guys, this is Angela with Panda Kisses Crafts, and today I'm going to be making Parker and the Porch's banner piece. It's this beautiful star that says glitter is my favorite, and we are going to fill this with glitter. So I'm going to show you how that is done, and we are going to get started. So I'm going to be making the 6x10. You can see that my hoop's kind of big here. This is the 6x10 size that I'm making. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So our first step is to stitch the placement stitch of that star directly onto your stabilizer. And this is just tearaway. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch that, and I will come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, that's what that placement stitch looks like right there. I'm going to go ahead and use felt. So you just need a big enough piece of fabric to go over this star. You could use vinyl, you could use felt. The reason I'm using felt on this is because we are going to be, oops, my threads come out. We're going to be putting, I'm going to be putting sequins in here, and I just think that it will stick better to felt. We're going to put like clear vinyl over it. And if I use vinyl on here, I'm afraid that all of the sequins are going to just fall down to the bottom when you use this as a banner. So I'm going to try felt. I haven't done vinyl on this design yet, but I'm going to try it with felt because I think the sequins will stay in their spots better. So that's why I'm using felt on this one. I'm going to go ahead and stitch the next step, which is a detail. Just make sure that your fabric is over all the placement areas. And then go ahead and stitch step 2, which says glitter. And I am going to use pink for that. And I will come back and show you. Okay guys, there's the glitter. Now the next step is my, the words is my. So I'm going to make that yellow. So I changed my thread, and I'm going to go ahead and stitch that, and I will come back. Okay, there's the is my. Now I'm going to go ahead and stitch the next detail, which says favorite, the word favorite. So I changed to purple. I'm going to go ahead and stitch that, and I will come back and show you guys. There's what the favorite looks like right there. Now I went ahead and stitched this ahead of time. Ignore that for a second because I actually want that on our vinyl. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to restitch that. So right now we just finished the favorite. I'm going to move on to step 5, which is going to stitch those 2 top areas. Now I stitched it directly onto the felt, but I actually want to put our gauged vinyl down now, and I'll show you why. So this is just 12 gauge vinyl, clear. I'm going to put it over here. This is what's going to allow us to fill this with glitter. So I want to stitch it on top of this vinyl, not directly onto the felt. So I'm going to go ahead and run step 5 now, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's just going to go back over what I did on the felt. So I'm going to go ahead and run that, and I will come back and show you. Okay guys, this is what it looks like so far. We have our 12 gauge clear vinyl over here, and we stitched these 2 spots right here. These are the finishing stitches of part of the star, and the reason we need to do these parts before we put our back on is because this is where the banner ribbon is going to go through. So you do the top, these 2 stitches first on the top, and then when we put this back on, it's going to stitch around skipping these, and that's going to leave a hole in the back. But the reason I went back and wanted to stitch it on to the clear vinyl is because these last stitches are going to stitch on top of the vinyl, and I didn't want these 2 on the felt and the rest over the vinyl. It would look weird. So all I did was put the vinyl on and go back and restitch these 2 directly onto the vinyl versus just onto the felt. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so now what we're going to do is turn our hoop over. And you're going to want to make sure you have a big enough piece of felt to cover this placement stitch right here. So I have some felt right here. I'm going to go ahead and cover it. Okay. And I'm just using Scotch tape to hold it down. It's just temporary. Okay. Okay, and now I'm going to go back to my hoop, and we are going to go ahead and stitch the next step, which is basically going to stitch this bottom half of the star, and then we'll have this hole right here to put the glitter in, and then we'll stitch that last part. So I'm going to go back over to my hoop, and I'll stitch the next step, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay guys, this is what it looks like, and you can see that the plastic is over this bottom part of the star, but this top is not done yet. So this is where you fill it. You have a little hole right here, And it is going to require you, I just have like some tweezers that I use, and then I have like this turning system dowel type chopstick type thing that I use too, and I just start shoving these in, and I have like this pretty metallic-y looking stars, and I have some circles and different kinds of confetti. Now you could put a bunch in and just start doing it. My only issue is I want to be able to see these words. So I'm going to just use this back end, and I'm going to kind of try get it where I want it. Like over here. So I'm just stuffing it like that. You can put more in. I kind of want mine in specific places, so you see how I'm just kind of maneuvering it with this. It's a little bit of work, but it's going to be really cute. So if you used vinyl, it would, like, instead of felt, it would scoot a little bit more. But I was afraid all of it would just sit at the very bottom, like it would all like be like a shaker. It would all just shake around to the bottom, and then it wouldn't stay on the top. So I am just doing this. And it's going to take me a minute, so I'll do a couple more, and then I will turn off the video. You could do this with the eraser of a pencil too, like if you don't have this dowel thing that I'm using, the back of a pencil would work just as easily. So I'm going to go ahead and do some more until I'm happy with where I have the glitter, and then I will come back and show you what I got. But this is how you do it. Okay guys, this is what it looks like. I have confetti in here. You could put more. This is how much I'm going to do. Now I'm going to go back to my machine, and I'm going to stitch the last step, which is going to stitch up here, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, I went ahead and stitched that last part up here. I took it off my hoop, and now I'm going to remove all the stabilizer. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and just cut around here. You don't really have to watch for anything because it is perfectly fine. Just don't cut your stitches. You can see that it left the holes right here for the banner. So I'm going to just get some scissors, and I am going to just cut all the way around. Okay. When I get to these edges, I put the tip of my scissors there so I don't cut through my stitches. It's always helpful. Okay, almost done. We are done. There's the cute front, and you can see the glitters in there. And then here's the back, and you can see that there's holes here. So this is where you would put your ribbon so it can be a banner. I hope that helps you make this cute little banner piece, and I can't wait to see all of your guys' creations. Make sure to subscribe to my channel because I do lots of tutorials, and it will notify you of the tutorial. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.